Hello, welcome back, Virgo. This is your Taroscope reading for the week of March the 10th through the 16th, 2014. So, first of all, thank you very much for your likes and your shares and your favorites, and welcome new subscribers. I am really overwhelmed. Now, I know I haven't replied to any of you lately, but please be very much aware that I am reading every single post, every single email, and I know Spirit will open up a window where I can get back to each and every one of you. I have been doing quite a few readings. I think by the time I close my eyes tonight, I will have hit reading number 70. So there's a lot of personal readings out there. People are waiting on me, and you are all on my list, and I will get to you as soon as humanly possible, but I want to keep my vibration high for you so you get the very best reading possible. But they are coming, so if you are waiting, I do apologize for any bit of a wait, but it won't be much longer, I do promise. And a couple of people have brought it to my attention that there is another, it's tillytarot.com. Anyways, I don't have a website. So if you're going to that site in the hopes of getting a reading with me, I'm sorry, that is not me. What's the odds, huh? But I'm sure they give fabulous, fabulous readings. I don't want to take anything away from them. I'm sure it's just fabulous, but if you were expecting me, then that's not what you're going to be getting. My information is down below for a personal reading. I keep it very personal. I don't have a website, so you won't find a website for me. And you know, you just email me. I email you back some information, and we take it from there. Okay? So just to let you know, I've had a few people contact me, and I wasn't aware. So my apologies. What was the odds of two Tarot Tillys in the world? So, but here we are. So let's get right to your reading. Now, it's a little bit of a mixed bag for you. I'll be honest there. I think there is a conversation that is coming this coming week that you have been avoiding for quite some time. I think the air really needs to be cleansed, and I really do believe this is one of the last hurdles in moving forward in our path. I think you're building a momentum here, and I think as you go into next week, I mean, really, this reading is more about bracing for the opportunities that are going to be coming your way. And it's really a beautiful reading. It really is. There's that one little part. Spirit's laid out the cards completely different again for me. And I'm kind of liking this one, actually. It kind of gives me an overview of the week. And then I've got almost two little mini readings off to the side here with 2 cards each. So we'll work through it and see how we do on this. But I am enjoying this spread. Last week's I wasn't enjoying. Spirit knew it too. So we start out with the moon, okay? And this is really looking inside and really digging out those lost truths that we really don't want to look at, okay? And, you know, the truths that you need to look at right now are things that are so embedded in you that you just assume it's the truth. You know, and until you really look deep, and don't worry, Spirit will guide you on what that actually is for you. Don't worry that you're not going to be able to reveal this truth about yourself. This week is very much, especially the first half of the week, is very much about this truth being revealed to you. So, you know, don't lose sleep over that by any stretch of the imagination, please. But it's almost like at one time we all thought the world was flat. You know, we looked to the horizon, the world stopped. The world obviously was flat, and it was everybody's truth, and nobody looked any further because it was just a simple truth. And then all of a sudden somebody said, no, it's round, and through a lot of torment and searching and deep searching, we find out that that truth really wasn't a truth at all. The world was in fact round all this time, right? So it's almost one of those truths, okay? And you are going to have a very powerful conversation, I think. We'll get to that. We'll get to those cards. I think that it's going to be an uncomfortable air. About the conversation that you're going to have with somebody. But it needs to be done. It needs to be done so that you can finally close that chapter and walk in the truth of the knowledge and the lesson going forward. So don't dread this moment. Please don't dread this moment. This is the hurdle, okay, that we need to get over. And then when you finally release, I think next week is going to be this powerful wow week for you. I think that's coming because there's a drawing here of drawing you in, but it's towards the end, and then the King of Swords ends the reading, which is action. So even towards this weekend and whatnot, you might start getting that action that you have been longing for, because I know how hard we have been working on the inner, and I sound like a broken record, and I'm going to do it a little bit more just to not to irritate you, but Spirit is demanding that we address this so that we can move on. So I am going to give you the message so that we can move on, Virgo. But prepare yourself for breakthroughs, okay? And the breakthroughs might not necessarily happen this week, but definitely next week. I'm excited about doing your reading next week. We have Judgment. And this is the beginning of the breakthroughs, okay? Starting to speak to you. All that hard work, all that energy, all that inner searching, all those truths that you had to uncover, and standing in your beauty and your truth. I think we did that last week. I think I had a breath last week for you, huh? And it was breathe, Virgo, breathe. Because you are nearing the end. And I was hoping that this week would be like the wow week, but Spirit says no, there's a little bit more work to be done. There's a conversation out there that has to be had yet with somebody in your life, whether it's a business partner, a romantic partner, a friend, associate, a neighbor, a family member, but there is a past loved one. There's something that you need to have a conversation about this week. The Judgment card really speaks strongly to that, because it's going to actually give you the balance you need, and the clarification, and the understanding, and the lesson. So you can go further on your path, okay? So, it's one of the last hurdles. My goodness, Virgo. I know Spirit makes me say that every week, and then Spirit comes back and says, oh no, we got to just clear up this yet. But for the most part, you are propelling into some dynamics that is going to be incredible. And midweek, you're going to be, you have the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is really one who sits in her beauty. She's got a light about her. She's a beautiful being. The mountains are behind her, and she sits in her knowing. And that's where you're going to be. You're going to be sitting in your knowing, knowing the truths, knowing your power, your empowerment. You're going to be wiping away a lot of that self-doubt through that last conversation. I do feel that for you. And it's just a movement forward after this. And the one thing we do know about the Queen of Wands is she doesn't speak much, and she doesn't act much. But when she does, we know beyond a shadow of a doubt she has gotten all of her ducks in a row. She has thought it through. She knows exactly where she's going, what she's doing, and when she makes a decision, it is right. It is dead on right. And I think that's going to be more midweek for you. And as the weekend comes, I think, you're going to have empowerment. You're going to be letting go of all that baggage that you've been carrying still. And I think that's mainly through one conversation. I only see it as one conversation. Now, some of you, depending on where your path is, there might be several conversations to hurdle through. And or there could be, you could have had that conversation already, the tail end of last week, on the weekend or something. So you're not even going to have to go through that. Everybody has such a personal path. But in order to give you a baseline reading, I'm going to have to assume that the majority of you do have that one conversation left to hurdle over, okay? Now we have the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is really the universe dragging you in a direction now, okay? Really dragging you through a direction of empowerment, I believe. Things are going to start happening. You're going to start having some small successes. And we'll get to that in a little bit. The tension's going to be gone, but this drawing of the universe pulling you into your path, you're going to feel that. I know you're going to feel that as the weekend comes. You're definitely going to feel, if you're not already feeling it, depending on where you are in your path, but I think towards the weekend, you're definitely going to be feeling this pull from the universe, an exciting pull, one of empowerment, one of no self-doubt, one of starting to reach your goals and your dreams and your desires, and how beautiful is that? And we have the King of Swords that leads out the reading, so he is a man of action. Okay, so he is really, we have the Queen of Wands, and she's very good in her decision making, and now these decisions are going to play out into tangible actions that you can actually grasp and you can measure, and you can feel and you can believe in, and it's just going to raise your vibration that much more, because things are going to start happening for you. Honestly. Now, in the mini readings, let's get this one out of the way, because this one looks like the yucky one. And this one really speaks towards a little bit of that thought process that you're still going through, clearing out the baggage, clearing out the dead weight. We've got, I'm going to hold this up so that they're like on the board. Okay, so down below we have the Four of Swords, and up above there, okay, we have the Nine of Swords. So they're both very much about action, so that's why I'm thinking a communication, a talk with somebody, because it's a tangible action that you're going to be doing, and part of it is digging into those past thoughts and whatnot, and really coming to some clarification in your life, some empowerment, wiping away the self-doubt, and the other action is, of course, thanking God, the universe, your angels and spirit guides for actually, I don't think it's going to be an easy conversation. I think it's going to be one that you have been trying to avoid all this time. And it might even be to the point where you've buried it so that you're not even acknowledging that that truth needs to come forward. Thus the swords through the mind on the Nine of Swords. And this could be something from way back in the past, okay? It's kind of like you're going in the past just to kind of get over this last lesson or this last hurdle. And I don't think it's going to be, I think you're going to be feeling relief once it's over. And you're going to give it up to the universe, your God, your angels and spirit guides, and actually say, thank you for allowing me that conversation. Allowing that confrontation. That I don't really see it as a confrontation, though I see it more of a conversation. Of course, there might be a little bit of confrontation because it's your truth and somebody else's truth clashing together to come as one and walking away with a very clear vision of what that's about. But the exciting part is this other little mini reading that Spirit has laid out for you here, and it's the Six of Wands laying over the Four of Wands. Okay, so we've got the Four of Wands there, and we've got the Six of Wands there. And so this means firm foundations, successes, little successes, and they just start to snowball, okay? As the snowball goes down the hill, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's going to give you a very good foundation going into next week, going into the week after. I really feel that for you. You might even start to feel some of those successes this week. No doubt in my mind, you're going to feel an empowerment this week, like you've never felt before. You're going to feel a drawing into your path, into exactly where you need to go. And I'm excited for you. Absolutely, I am excited for you. So, until next week, please remember, I love you.